Welcome back to my channel Psych Content, and today we are going to be speaking about another very commonly experienced phenomena of the branch of social psychology that is popularly called as the foot in the door technique. Now, there are many chances that some of you might have heard about this, but I really wanted to take up this topic as this was so interesting, and I bet those who are unaware about this phenomena are really going to get surprised after knowing its actual nature. As we're all aware that the topics that I'm trying to take up these days are, very frequently experienced by all of us, and they keep happening around us. So without any further delays, let's just dive into the topic right away. Foot in the door technique is a compliance tactic that aims at getting a person to agree to a larger request by having them to agree to a modest or a smaller request first. Now, this particular definition sort of a thing can really explain a lot about this technique. We usually, indulge in this practice wherein before trying to get a huge task done by someone, we try to indulge them into smaller tasks. We don't know the reason why, but we just, find this tactic very helpful to get our work done, and that is the reason why we often indulge in this. So, this technique works by creating a connection between the person asking for a request and the person that is being asked. Let's take the example. Can I go over to Susie's house for an hour? This is a question. Now, if we follow the foot in the door technique, this question after some time can change into, can I stay there for the night? Now, for example, there is a girl who wants to ask her mother for going over to her friend Susie's house just for an hour. You have to note the fact that she had just asked for an hour before, but her intention was to stay there for the night. So what she does is she takes up smaller steps first before asking the larger request. We often feel that if we ask the larger request first, there are chances that the person will straight away say no. So what happens is we try to take that person's confidence into us that we are going to start by taking smaller steps, and then we finally take the larger leap, and then mostly what happens is we get successful in this attempt. So now I guess you are going to start making out how this technique actually works. If a smaller request is granted, then the person who is agreeing feels like they are obligated to keep agreeing to larger requests to stay consistent with the original decision of agreeing. This technique is used in many ways and is a well-researched tactic for getting people to comply with request. This fact seems like an obvious one, as we tend to feel that the requests that are seeking permissions are not that huge and can be dealt with. This is what takes place, and this is the reason why people actually, get persuaded if we use this particular technique. The name of this technique is taken up from the classical example of this phenomena, that's a door-to-door salesman who keeps the door from shutting with his foot, giving the customer no choice, absolutely no choice, but to listen to the sales pitch. This might have happened so many times wherein those door-to-door, salesperson come to maybe advertise for a particular product. So what they do is they hold the door with their foot so that the door doesn't close, and you have got no other option but to listen to the person, because slamming the door on someone's face becomes very rude. So what happens is we ultimately stand there hearing the person, and there are many times that they are able to persuade us with for buying their products even though when we don't need them. So this is where all these techniques come into play, and we should in fact learn from them and try to imply them in our lives, because of course all these does help us get our work done. Now that we have a clue as to what exactly is a foot in the door technique, so let's just quickly find out why this works with us pretty efficiently. With all the research supporting that the foot in the door technique, we come to know that this is a successful compliance technique, and the most well-known theory explaining the reasoning behind why humans follow this technique is the self-perception theory. This is the only theory which I felt was easy to understand and of course relatable, so I'm going to be stating it right now. When a person has originally agreed to something, he or she will answer a question to themselves about why he or she agreed to these questions, and when he or she came to the decision that it was truly their decision and nothing else influenced their answer, he or she will feel the need to stay consistent with their decision of agreeing to it, which is also agreeing to the larger request. I will take another example. Can I borrow the car to go to the store? Now, this is just a simple request made by a person to another person, that can I borrow your car? And then once the request has been granted, the person quickly, takes the larger leap and asks the person again that can I take it for the weekend? So, as soon as the first request gains approval, automatically the second one's approval gaining probability increases. This bounds to happen. Now, of course, we have exceptions in every field, but through researches we get to know that this bounds to happen. The self-perception theory was developed by Darl Bem, a social psychologist and a retired professor from Cornell University, and claims two things. One is that people come to their beliefs and attitudes based on what they enjoy doing, and if there is a positive or negative outcome on an experience, so that's what they indulge in. And the second one is, when people do not enjoy something, there is no reasonable explanation on why they would take an interest in it. Nothing. If we don't enjoy anything, there is no reason, we just will not indulge in it. This theory is the most well-known example for explaining self-knowledge. I really hope now that we've got an idea about how this foot in the door technique works, and most preferably I would not have to talk in length about how well we can make use of this technique in our day-to-day lives. I mean, this is going to be self-explanatory. You can try it all around yourself. You can give it trials. There are going to be times when people are not going to pay heed to this, but of course there are going to be many times when people are going to pay heed to this. So you can try to indulge in foot in the door techniques and get your work done. You can definitely try. And I really hope by the end of this particular video, the knowledge that I have been trying to impart through this video has been of some value to you. And I really hope that I would get to see you all in my upcoming videos. Till then, see ya.